I think I'm a catch. Like, I'm successful in my career. I can hold my own. I'm financially independent. I have a great family. I have a good personality. I'm attractive. I had all this confidence. So I was like, why the fuck am I getting rejected? And what I realized through therapy and some of the people that I had spoken to was that I was just too much in my masculine energy. Naturally, I just have more masculine energy just based on how I was raised. I only have brothers. I had a lot of male energy around me growing up. I run 2 businesses, so every day I'm in that leadership mind. I'm in that, like, not harsh mindset, but very like masculine. So like, leading, very driven, very ambitious, all that type of stuff. And what was happening was I was bringing that masculine energy into my dating world and into, I guess, relationships, and it was coming off to men. I was that girl that was like, I don't need a man, and, if he doesn't like me for me, then that's his problem, and I'm not going to change, and he needs to accept me for me, and blah, blah, blah. And there was something that my ex had said to me when we were breaking up that really, really stuck with me, and it was, you're too independent. And I was always like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, isn't that a good thing? Like, don't you want to be with a girl who is not, depending on you financially or depending on you for everything? And isn't that attractive that you're with someone who can like hold their own? But what I realized is that men want to be with a woman who they feel they're needed by. So that doesn't necessarily mean financially or anything like that, but like, they want to be with someone where they're the leader in the relationship, they're making the decisions, they're caring for someone because that's just naturally in them. So for me, I had to rewire my brain of thinking that just because I was letting a man care for me and that I was going to be more feminine, that wasn't weak or that I wasn't still independent.
The irony is delicious. The modern, strong, independent woman who once screamed, "I don't need no man," from the rooftops is now panicking over solo rent hikes and DIY plumbing disasters. Turns out, those TikToks about solo wine nights and boss babe energy forgot to mention the solo battles with clogged drains and overdue bills. Independence was supposed to be empowering, right? Funny how that empowerment doesn't pay the bills or unclog the sink at midnight.
I don't want to be an independent woman anymore. This is not all that it's cracked up to be. Been doing it for quite some time now, and tired. Somebody come get me.
Gen Z women are on their new revolution, but this time, it's backwards. Let me explain.
The girl bosses are not loving girl bossing that much anymore. Now, this all kind of ties into the videos that I've shown you guys where it's girls like crying at like 7 p.m. when they're still at the office and they're like, why did the feminists fight so hard for this? I don't want to do anything. They've now taken that anger and they have transformed it into their new lifestyle. Watch this.
I want to be a girl boss. I don't want to hustle. I simply want to live my life slowly and lay down in a bed of moss with my lover and enjoy the rest of my existence, reading books, creating art, and loving myself and the people in my life. Bada boom, bada bing.
And it's interesting because women used to have that. The idea of being able to stay at home was destroyed by guess who? Modern feminism. And now, we're at an era where women have become so self-aware, they want to lean back into their feminine side and leave all that girl boss stuff behind them.
I'm just gonna say it, and maybe I'm not even preaching to the choir, and this is something that's just me, but I am tired of being independent. I am tired of being the hashtag girl boss 24/7. I like that I have independent qualities, but constantly trying to fill the role of the independent, strong woman is tiring. Or just being an independent, strong person, period. And I know, because I'm not only the eldest, I'm the first generation American and first generation college student for my family. This high standard that I have been trying to uphold constantly is draining me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and even physically. I'm tired. And I need to learn that true strength comes from balancing the two spectrums, not to be completely dependent, but not to be hyper independent. I'm just tired, and social media glamorizes that unsustainable, unhealthy lifestyle. And I'm going to be the first to say that I'm tired of it.
Ah, the strong, independent woman. Too busy proving she's too good for partnership. Fast forward, and here she is, drowning in loneliness and stress, wondering what went wrong. Who could have predicted that trading in partnership for, you go, girl validation wasn't such a sweet deal? Oh wait, literally everyone. Turns out the I don't need no man lifestyle isn't all wine nights and Instagram reels. It's lonely dinners, endless bills, and the crushing realization that being self-sufficient doesn't exempt you from human needs. The shiny feminist dream sold them a one-size-fits-all promise that conveniently skipped the fine print. You can't out-hustle biology or the innate desire for connection. Strength isn't about going it alone. It's about knowing when to lean on someone. But who has time for nuance when you're too busy pretending to love your single girl era?
I'm sitting here with just this horrible realization. I've been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And not only have I taken that time, but I've done the math, and it does not work out. I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF, and at 36, like, I'm sorry, like, you're gonna say, like, you have time, like, I don't. Because I can't spend another minute of my life trying to make something work when I'm just fighting upstream. I don't have a support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources or the community. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable. And they're just gone now. And my future with those children and my life as a mother is just, it's gone. And it's not just that it's gone, it's the fact that it was decided for me by so many other people and factors. And that's what kills me, because it was not my choice. And I'm angry. And I'm heartbroken.
The illusion has shattered, and reality is knocking hard. These self-declared paragons of independence are starting to see through the feminist fairy tale they bought into. Now, they're left with the cold, hard truth. Absolute independence isn't all glitter and girl power. It's lonely nights, endless responsibilities, and soul-crushing exhaustion. Suddenly, the weight of their freedom feels more like a burden. Life's funny like that. The ideology that convinced them they needed no one now has them yearning for the interdependence they once mocked. She spent her prime years marching for the feminist movement, chanting slogans, and chasing empowerment. Now, she's Googling egg freezing costs at 40, realizing she traded her most fertile years for empty slogans and TikTok rants. Regret hits different when you're staring down IVF needles and wishing you'd made different choices when time was still on your side. Motherhood, once dismissed as a trap, suddenly looks like the very thing she was running from but needed all along. Turns out fertility doesn't care about feminist manifestos. Modern women who sneered at men, flaunting their "I don't need no man" mantra, now find themselves battling biology and begging science to give them what they once dismissed: a family. It's poetic, really. For years, men were treated as disposable ATMs, unnecessary in the quest for independence. Now, these same men are moving on, living their lives free from the burdens of modern dating dynamics, while these women face a cold, lonely reality. This isn't just a reckoning. It's a mirror held up to their choices. The societal disdain for traditional roles and men's contributions has come full circle. You can't sow disrespect and expect devotion. Karma's brutal, but fair.
I'm pissed today. I'm having a bad day. Let me tell you why. Because I've been bills a week and I just paycheck, and you wanna know what wanna know what I want to spend it on? Bills. And it's honestly just kind of fucking ghetto, and it's ratchet ass that I'm out here paying bills. I don't want to do anymore. And so I'm mad because I'm about to spend another $600. I love that. You get money and then the money goes. Not even that I want it to go to. So that's fun. Honestly, just this life thing is just not for me. It is not for me. That's what I'm realizing. Bills are a no. Work is a no. I don't want to do nothing but shake my booty. That's it.
We're witnessing the fallout of decades of rhetoric preaching independence over interdependence, careers over companionship, and short-term thrills over long-term fulfillment. Modern women, convinced they could have it all without needing men, are now staring down a loneliness epidemic, and it's entirely self-inflicted. The numbers don't lie. Depression, anxiety, and loneliness are skyrocketing among women in their 30s and beyond. Many prioritize careers and casual flings during their prime years, only to find themselves single, childless, and racing against the relentless march of time. Fertility clinics are booming, not because women chose to delay motherhood, but because they're playing catch-up with reality. Egg freezing and IVF aren't empowerment, they're desperation rebranded. Meanwhile, the men they dismissed are quietly opting out. Overlooked in the dating world, they've checked out, focusing on careers, hobbies, and mental peace. The result? A generation of women scrambling to find partners who've simply stopped playing the game. This isn't bad luck. It's the inevitable outcome of a culture that treated men as disposable and preached that independence equals happiness. Spoiler, it doesn't. Humans are wired for connection. Reject that, and loneliness isn't just a possibility, it's guaranteed. What's next? A wave of 40-something women coming to terms with the fallout of their choices. Brunch dates and girl power slogans won't drown out the ache of solitude. Feminism promised liberation, but delivered isolation, exhaustion, and regret. The loneliness epidemic has arrived, and it's only just getting started.
You want to know what fucking sucks? I'll tell you what fucking sucks.
What sucks?
Shoveling a ton of gravel. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, if you got lady muscles.
The whole entire time I'm shoveling, all I'm thinking is, who the are the women that wanted equal rights? The women's movement. Who wanted to do the man's work? Because I fucking didn't. I'd rather be inside making sandwiches and serving iced tea. Fuck this bullshit. I don't want to be equal. I don't want any part of being equal. I will make sandwiches. I will cook dinner. I will wear an apron. I will clean house. I'll vacuum. I'll do whatever I gotta do to keep from fucking shoveling rock. And the difference between TikTok and Facebook is after I get this shit done, I'm going to get on Facebook and brag about everything I accomplished and how fucking happy I am. But just know the truth. I'm pissed. I'm not happy. It doesn't make me feel good. No part of it. Don't want to do it.
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.